Good morning, my beautiful goddess. I am MP, Miss Pravala. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time since I have done a sit-down video. If you have seen my previous videos, I try to capture some of the travels that I did. It's not always easy to do, especially because when I travel, it's usually either family or clients. So it's kind of difficult to share. But I hope you enjoyed the little bit that I shared. Once again, my name is Miss Pravala and I teach goddess spirituality. If you're interested in my potions, there's a link in the description box. Potions are used for goddess awakening, and basically it stems from the inner connection with our own sacred femininity and the divine entitlement to manifest everything we want, really, as it is linked to our sacred purpose. So if you're new to this jargon, or if you don't consider yourself to be a spiritual, this is the perfect video for you. I'm launching the renovated, Botoxed, uplifted version of my website. So I thought it would be a good time to get back to the basics of my teachings. Goddess spirituality, as the term goddess spirituality, does not exist anywhere else but through Miss Pravala. If you ever see anyone using the word goddess spirituality, just know that they have received high inspiration from my teachings. In every ancestral tradition around the world, there is the notion of an empirical experience of the spirit realm, which is very different from religions where there is this notion of believing. In spirituality, we don't believe. We prepare our bodies, we enhance our abilities, just like someone would go to the gym and consistently repeating some movements to the point where they build muscle. Everyone is spiritual by essence. We are spirit, we are invisible before incarnating into the flesh. So being a spiritual is actually innate for us, so long as we have the awareness of it. A lot of the teachings that you see in Western books about spirituality come from Buddhism, Hinduism, Confucianism, Taoism. Throw in a little bit of Tantra and then you have what people use today. All of the laws that you hear about have a predominant inspiration from these philosophies. And then you have ancient Kemetic teachings, and I'm using the term ancient Kemetic, I'm not using ancient Egyptian teachings, because for us, it is very precise. The teachings of ancient Kemet are what is going to lead to knowledge of law of attraction. Actually, all of the spiritual laws that you hear about, many people are going to talk about the law of attraction as though it is a mental exercise without either acknowledging or undermining or being purely ignorant in what lies underneath the laws. What actually is energy? Or I should say, who is actually energy? And how do you experience energy, not as a mental construct, as a again, training of the subconscious mind, or attempting to training the subconscious mind, but in reality understanding the report, the connection with these laws and the entities behind these laws, hence the word spirit with capital S. So let's go back to me and goddess spirituality. You may not know, but I come from a lineage of women healers, and even from an ethnic group which is known as the Mermaid Tribe in a tiny country in Central Africa, and our divinities are mainly water divinities. I came into contact with spirit beings when I was about 5-6 years old, when I started encountering, communicating, seeing these entities. I traveled the world to expand my discovery of other divine entities, but also other practices, which brought me back to me, to the beginning, which is that everything starts from the womb and everything ends in the womb. Hence the birth of the term that was actually given to me, that I downloaded through channeling, goddess spirituality. So there are 3 core principles of my download of goddess spirituality. And the root of goddess spirituality is ancestor rites, or ancestors' rituals. You will notice that many of the religions which teach you belief dogma, a set of rules to follow in fear of not being punished, is completely different from ancestral spirituality, again passed down from womb to womb, which is based on the empirical experience of spirituality. For example, me, I come from a lineage of healers, womb healers. I tap on potions and sacred sexuality, sacred sensuality, what in the East they call the Tantra, the knowledge of the cave, which in Gnostic teachings they link to Magda, to Mother Mary Magdalene. So it is knowing your mother, knowing your foremothers, knowing your ancestor mothers. That is where we get our powers. Which leads me to the second pillar, the knowledge of the Cosmic Mother. In ancient Kemet, you can associate the Cosmic Mother with noon. If you're part of my membership, and I really tap on a lot of these concepts which are mystical, esoteric, occult, I will give you the actual genesis and the names that we give each of these deities and why we give these names, and some of the symbols that you see that you may take for granted but don't really know where they come from. And finally, the third pillar of goddess spirituality that I bring to you, the connection to our own goddess. You hear a lot about goddess energy, goddess this, goddess that. And a lot of women, they're stuck to a mental process. Almost like, yes, because I'm a goddess, I deserve A, B, C, X, Y, Z. But it has to come from your own goddess. Who is she? What is she? What is her nature? What is her purpose? And why you are linked, tied to her from the moment you incarnate to the moment you depart this plane. In my membership, of course, I go into the details because these are things I can't talk about here. But why are we using potions, for example? That is why all of our rituals, our spirituality, our magic, and our curses start and begin with the womb. So this, in a nutshell, is Miss Pravala's goddess spirituality. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this video finds you well. It is summertime. You know I am a summer baby. I was actually born on June 21st. Summer equinox, the first day of the summer, and actually here in where I live and in my culture, it is also the International Music Day. So we love summer. We love the sun, we love the moon, and we love doing this dance between our masculines and us being feminines in the sacred. I love you. I see you in my next video. I pray that you manifest lavish, imperial opulence, both in your 3D manifestations, but also in your relationships. Be sumptuous. I love you. Bye.